How hard would it be to make that with a router? Yeah, exactly. So just by having the Lightburn software, or even a free software that you can get on your laptop, this is Lightburn, I think it's about 50 quid a year, something like that, but you can get a free version. You can literally make anything. All you need to do is type a word in or import a shape from Google. Yeah, just tweak a couple of settings, the speed, the power, and the passes, and away you go. So this is the laser. Sorry about the messy cables. It's one of the best lasers that I've attempted to assemble. It took me about 15 minutes and it was really straightforward. The nuts or the bolts, they're all one size, so you can't go wrong. It's a pretty simple laser to get together. You won't get stuck with this. I really thought it was a nice one to put together. Talking about the air assist, it's a nice little pump. Not the most powerful one I've had. But it does come with this little dial here, so you can control how much air you want. But personally, I just ramp it all the way up to 100%. I have got it set up to 100% and it is all plugged in and turned on. But the only time it does actually turn on is when it comes to cut, which is another special feature, which is why I like this machine again. So when it comes to starting the project, when I press play, that will automatically turn the pump on and go to the setting that I preset. Another good thing about this pump is that it doesn't have a power supply as such. It's just plugged directly into the laser, so you don't need two plugs. So when you do turn your project on, you press start, it turns your pump on because it's getting the power from the laser. It's also got a little gadget on the side that allows you to just get the correct distance from your laser head to your materials, so that's pretty handy too. And then you just simply press a button just to tuck it away afterwards, so I thought that was quite cool. I've got a little project to do. I'm cutting out my logo, my hanger logo. I'm going to be cutting it about 200 wide, approximately about half the size of a normal hanger. I'm going to be going through the settings, going to be showing you a few bits about the laser. I've got Lightburn as the software, and just going to go over a few bits and pieces. Going to show you what settings I've got to cut through 6mm Birch Ply. I always seem to have a problem when it comes to birch ply or ply. Don't know why. Possibly down to the glue, possibly down to the layers that they alternate, and it's not a solid timber. I think a lot of it is down to the glues that they use. So getting the settings dialed in is quite tricky. There is a test that you can do. Just go up to the settings in Lightburn and click on materials test. Then from that point, figure out what power, speed and the amount of passes that you want to do, and then gain a understanding of what your laser can cut through and basically give you the settings that you need just with this little test. So I want to thank Sam Ricks for that, because he's always been helping me out when it comes to lasers. He's a laser whiz. I've got it here to play with, and that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's crack on and see if we can get this logo cut out. So let's move on to the project itself. We are doing this little TLC logo. It's actually 150 millimeters wide in total, okay? And we're just going for a cut. As you can see here on the board, I've been practicing. You can see a few old projects. Generally, the old way I used to test to do a cut was do a square and just randomly pick a setting. You can do it the more professional way. So if you click in the laser tools in the menu bar, then click on materials test, it comes up with this. So you can fiddle around with this and it will give you your different speeds. Well, you've got 3 different parameters here. You've got power, well actually 4, passes, interval, power and speed, and you can play around with those and it generates a grid with different speeds and powers depending on what you've actually clicked on. And then you can work out what setting works on the material that you're actually cutting or engraving. You can do it that way, and probably the more professional way of doing it. I contacted a friend of mine, Sam Ricks. Cheers Sam, always helps me out, and he's told me to go for 400 mils a minute with 70% power, and he told me to do 3 passes to start with and then go from there. But 3 didn't go through. Like I said before, the birch, the 6mm is a little bit weird. MDF, it would have probably just chomped through that. So I've actually gone for 8 passes. I know it's probably a little bit of overkill. Probably could tweak it and get that down. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So what I've done, let's get out of this. I've got my logo set up, and what we can then do is press the home button. And then if we click on the frame button, and then it will show us where our shape's going to be cut out. So it's a big one. And then what we can then do, if I just hover over this and drag around it and then just press preview, it's going to tell us how long. So this, because we're going for 8 passes and a relatively slow speed, we have got a time of 33 minutes to cut this out. We probably could get that down with the help of Sam. Sam, you should be here. Yeah, but for now, we're just going to go for that. Just see how this machine cuts through. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to press start. So before I do that, I'm going to get my goggles on. And yeah, press start. Can you see how the power on the air pump's turned on? And it goes straight to the 100%. As you can see, all the lights light up to 100%. Quite like that. It's quite a little pump. And it directs the air directly into the module. Can you see my old one? This is how many mistakes I make with these lasers. I'm not exactly a laser master by any stretch of the imagination. So what I think it's going to do is going to do 8 passes of the inside shape of this TLC logo, and then it'll do 8 passes of the outside. And the reason it's going to do the inside first is that you don't want to disconnect the shape from the piece of material first. Otherwise, if you do, when it comes to cutting the inside, it might have moved around and not give you an accurate cut. It's saying we've done 1 minute 37 out of 31 minutes. So that's gonna just do its thing. And what I'll do is I'll set the camera up and we'll try and get a time lapse of it. All done. Let's move the tripod out of the way. So I've not tested this. I'm hoping I've got the settings right, hence the reason I did 8 passes. Ooh, that's a good sign. Nice and crisp. Yep. So we know that's cut. And let's take the inside out. Hopefully this is cut too. Hey, it's free. So there we go. Actually nice and crisp. Let's put it up against something white. We've got nice crisp cuts. And the charring isn't too bad. It's going to be black, obviously, because it's been cut with a laser. But other than that, it's nice and crisp. Could have sped it up a little bit, I guess. But yeah, that's the size of it, about the size of my hand. Quite funky. Yeah. Well done, ALGO Laser. Happy with that. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is the outcome. A little logo of my company, the hanger, with the TLC in the middle. Overall, any diode laser is a great tool to have in the workshop, I would say. This is a great little version. I've given you all my reasons why I like it. They're great for making templates, especially if you are doing handle templates or you want to do radiuses or any funky shape. Cut out a star, a square, a triangle. You want to cut out the alphabet, letters, anything like that. They are really, really handy. How hard would it be to make that with a router? Yeah, exactly. So just by having the Lightburn software, or even a free software that you can get on your laptop, this is Lightburn, I think it's about 50 quid a year, something like that, but you can get a free version. You can literally make anything. All you need to do is type a word in or import a shape from Google, Yeah, just tweak a couple of settings, the speed, the power, and the passes, and away you go. I think I gave myself a hard task today because I am cutting through birch ply. Apparently these can cut through a lot thicker than just 6mm. I've not tested it, but it is a powerful laser. It's 22 watt, this one. But I'm going to stop going on, otherwise I'm just going to run out of time. But other than that, guys, I hope you did enjoy. We are nearly at 36,000 subscribers. Remember, lots of time goes into making these videos. I have work to do also, so I stop and down tools to make these videos for you guys. So if you found it helpful or you like the content, yeah, feel free to hit that subscribe button, like, and send me a comment. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy. Have a great Sunday. See you next Sunday.